Hey!
Look!
Oh my god, dude.
Is it filming right now? Yeah. So since you showed everyone in the neighborhood that you have a camera, you're probably gonna need to keep it with you.
Well, I was gonna bring it.
Living room.
Cool.
Alright. First room will come to you. Spike's room.
Hey, Fike room's pretty clean.
Thanks, man. I keep it like that.
Oh, next room. Bathroom. Good luck taking a poo. I usually just turn to the side.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
The kitchen. Sorry we didn't clean.
That's good to me.
We got it.
It's a cool fish tank, Pete.
Yeah, the robbers kind of smashed it in. There was a window here. We got them to take it out. What do you call a giant pile of cats?
What?
A meowtin'.
What?
A meowtin'.
Technically, I'm not allowed to drink.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to drink.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to go to bars or any location where alcohol is the major
What?
source of income.
Wait, so you're telling me you're not allowed to drink?
Yeah, but it's like everybody on probation drinks. It's just like don't be drunk.
Okay, so it's just like
It's
They're
not
not
like
really
strictly
enforced everywhere.
enforced. I'm mail-in probation, so it's just like check the box and send it
I
in.
think, probably for the kids, there's always a little bit of that constant wondering if people are watching them a little harder because they're preachers' kids and stuff
They've
like
all
that.
shared that. Tried to tell them nobody's really watching you anymore than anybody else, but it feels like possibly that because you're the preacher's kid that everybody's kind of watching you to see what you do and how you handle
so
things.
like, you
And
have to pay to get off probation?
Yeah, it's $62 a month for probation, and then that's outside of the fine that we got.
Gary. You think he knows when we're high and we're coming? Yeah, one time I was high and I came up here like 4 different times throughout the night to get more like hot dogs and chips. And one of the guys I was working was like, he's got the munchies, he's got the munchies. You want to be in it?
Yeah, man, you want to be in it? You want to say something?
Yeah, sure. What do I need to say? What does my opinion need to be about?
Say whatever you want.
Say whatever you want.
Is
What
it
do you
about
want the
anything
world to-
specific?
What do you want the world to know?
Yeah.
If you could teach
Damn.
everyone one thing.
I say fuck all this hating. Love your neighbor. Don't hate. You don't need to hate. Love your neighbor.
You should just do the documentary about him.
Yeah.
Is High Life the cheapest one?
I think so.
Are we getting food? What did Han Solo say to Luke when they went into the Chinese restaurant?
What?
Use the forks, Luke. A couple of nights later, Fike and I smoke some of Mark's legal marijuana. It's purple something.
It was like sparkly looking.
It didn't look like it was Sparkle might have been in the name.
Purple sparkle.
Yeah, purple sparkles. But anyway, like, we smoked it and everything seemed evil. Nothing seemed like I was looking around, like, our house. I felt like I was living in a crack dealer's house. Like, it was just like, like, I was looking around, I was like, this place, like, what am I doing? I'm on drugs right now, and I'm looking at our house, and it's just, like, dirty, and I'm like, holy shit, like, what am I doing with my life?
My beliefs are rooted in Christ, and that faith, is what I think ties us all together. I think that our kids have those roots and have those values. We're supposed to read an essay, but I didn't read the essay. But the teacher was talking about it.
well, like, they had, like, this doll test to see, like, what African Americans, basically, like, what African American children thought of themselves and of white people. Basically, the essay was about, like, how African American kids that were light enough to pass as a white person, them doing that, it was called, like, passing.
Mm-hmm.
And our teacher was saying that, you know, it's not, passing isn't just a racial thing, it's an everyday occurrence, like when you're with your friends. As you change throughout your life, like as you go through life, like you were brought up with a certain, like, upbringing, like you were brought up learning specific, like, ways to, I guess, go about your life. Yeah, you were taught certain things when you were growing up. And how that changes as you begin to, he asked the question, like, how does that change as you begin to, you know, meet new friends or leave the house and start living with other people, and like how like you change as a person, but like does that affect like your identity as a person? Like how much do you actually change?
One of the things that, you know, that I've always, you know, tried to teach all my kids is that the things that you want out of life, one of those things is just a strong work ethic. If you want something that's worth having, it's worth working for, and it's not going to be given to you. So you're going to have to go and put effort and work hard toward achieving a goal. That through God, through faith in Christ, you know, you'll be blessed with the things that you want and the things you're working for.
Call a mailman after he gets fired. I don't know, just some guy.
And so it's like when I go to church, it's like I know some of the stuff I'm doing is wrong. Like I know I shouldn't get fucking wasted off my ass and just piss on random shit. Like I feel bad that like I'll wake up and somebody will be like, "You peed on this," and I'll be like, "Oh man,
you peed on our coffee table."
Yeah, like Pete and Nick will wake up and be like, "You peed on the coffee table," and I'll be like, "My bad, man." It's like I shouldn't have done that, but at the same time, it's like I'd rather do that than like alienate people, just from the fact that like I'm being told not to drink alcohol.
And it says in the Bible constantly. And what I was telling Chase exactly was like the Sermon on the Mount, like tells you, like don't try to pick a twig out of someone's eye when you have a whole log and it's stuck in your eye. Like it tells you not to be a hypocrite. It tells you not to be someone who's just, I should go and fix everyone else before I fix myself.
He says, "It is good that you recognize your weakness. That keeps you looking to me, who is your strength. This abundant life is not necessarily health and wealth. It is living in continual dependence on me.
You know, the spiritual aspect of it teaches you, you know, honesty and character, trust in something beyond yourself, and faith in Christ, and that's important.
We always wanted to raise them with the morality that we learn from the Bible, from what Christ demands of us and asks for us, and so it was always biblically based, and you know, we've made mistakes and all those kind of things, but it was always in our heart that they grow up to be Christ-like and grow up to desire to please the Lord and understand that God made them with a purpose, and that if they'll follow His way of living, that life's going to be more blessed for them.
I grew up my whole life thinking as soon as I drank alcohol, I would be like a fucking demon. And it's not my parents' fault because they were trying to keep me out of trouble. But like at the same time, it's like as soon as I do one thing, as soon as I have sex, as soon as I drink alcohol, as soon as I smoke weed, it's like everything's gone.
That's it.
I'm going to hell.
You're a sinner, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
Don't go shouting that you're going to hell to people. Don't go telling people that, because that's just going to push them away no matter what. So and to me, like, Christians have been taught wrong from the very beginning.
Okay? I tell you the truth, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away.
They feel like they should tell everyone. They should force Jesus down everyone's throat.
This is what you're doing wrong.
Yeah. They should
Do
tell
this the
everyone
way
that,
that I'm
you're
doing
doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. And to me, it's like, no. Like, to show the love of God, you don't have to tell them about God. Like, to show people love, to show people God, you show people love, because they're the same thing. Love and God are the same thing.
You know, he told us love Him first and foremost, and love your neighbor as yourself. It's the best way to live life.
But I feel like church is just check off what you're doing and what you're not doing. And that's where church gets fucked up, because it's like...
Exactly.
You're getting away from the whole point of it. The only point is to love everything.
Yeah.
So...
We trying to be good people, but not just to be nice or be good, but because the Bible tells us to be Christ-like, and Christ was a perfect example of loving everybody, you know.
And that, so to me, it's like everything is the exact same thing. Like Muslim, Christianity, like no matter what, it's all about one thing, and that's love.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a lot of other things I love that I just can't think of.
If you have love in your heart, who am I? If you have love in your heart, no one will rise above you. I'm a complicated man, I only wish that were true. If you have love in your heart, no one will rise above you.
You're making me uncomfortable with this class.
I think that the values that you have being a Christian and through God pretty much should teach you how to live your life in a good way.
It defines your purpose and where you're going.
I have a desire that they hold to those values and have, you know, a desire to teach their kids those same
It's the
things.
same way with any parent. Like they teach you this one path your entire life, and then when you get to become your own person, they're like, okay, I think I set like the right guidelines, but like whether you followed them or not, like at least that foundation was there, and you've become someone completely unique and maybe I'm different than what I intended you to be, but I'm still 100% proud and even more happy than I would have been if you would have done everything exactly how I taught you to do it. So, one cow walks up to another cow and he's like, "Hey man, have you heard of mad cow disease? It's making all these cows go insane." And the other cow goes, "Good thing I'm a helicopter." I see like passing like as a form of like progression in life in general, like just fitting in as a form of progression. I'm saying that passing should be looked at, and I'm not saying it's like a good thing, like as far as like with your friends and everything. Like, I don't know, passing can be bad, but I think it should be looked at as a form of progression is what I wrote about. So like basically basically trying to be equal with someone. Like that's the whole point of passing, just trying to fit in and belong.
Fuck what I'm saying and fuck all the words. I am familiar with being absurd. I'm as black as a night. I'm paralyzed.